Hey guys, just a heads up that you'll notice in this video I use this mic, the DJI mic, and for some reason it didn't record the audio to my camera and I didn't record a backup. So the audio was recorded on the camera and the wind really affected the video. It kind of hurts my ears listening to it, and I apologize as it might hurt your ears here too. But it's a quick one and I hope this video helps you. Thanks for watching. Crashing the Avata was not how I expected this morning to start, but that's what happened. Actually, it was a really pretty morning. I tested out the new night mode on the Mavic 3 and it looked really good. And then I wanted to go to Surfers Beach for sunrise, but I was so impressed by the blue hour, and I got stuck here at Mayflower Beach. Not stuck here, but this is where I went for sunrise. Took the dogs out, they were whining, got them out, and then put the drone out and had a little too much fun with it. It hit the ground, and then when it hit the ground, it kind of just said battery error, and I couldn't control it. It just kept going like straight down, and she was like, it's about to hit the water, and then like it never hit the water, but it was close. Hitting pause on the remote helped recover the drone, and then I was able to fly it back, land it. The battery wire was a little loose, so I think that's why I said battery installation error. But yeah, she flies great now. A little scruffed up, but still looks pretty good, works pretty good. And now I just add a little definition, little camera scratch here. Not a big deal. But that's funny. It brings me to today's video, and that's gonna be 7 tips for better DJI Avata footage. And the first one's kind of how I just almost lost the drone. Fly low. Flying low definitely can be a little nerve-wracking, and especially if you crash, but it's bound to happen with FPV drones. But the best footage is the most risky footage, and flying low allows a real cinematic motion blur along the floor line or the ground or whatever you're flying over. Really just adds a lot of movement to the camera, and that's what makes FPV footage really good, is just rapid movements and everything like that. You know, kind of along the same line is tip number 2, is fly through or real close to objects. Anything to just show that this drone's kind of tiny and I'm making a risky move. Anything that can just wow the audience by just being different. Something that you can't do with a regular drone or a camera. You know, one of the things that I love to do with the dogs is follow the dogs, or even sometimes a car. Following a subject really gives the viewer something to keep their eyes on, and then when you make it really cinematic with an FPV drone, it just becomes something that is really unique for people to watch. It just gives the viewer something to pay attention to without losing their attention. Everything that I'm speaking about can be done with the motion controller or an FPV remote, but mainly motion controller. And the next one is to enable sport mode with the motion controller. You get about 31 miles per hour with the motion controller enabled under sport mode. When you have that faster speed, flying through objects, close to the ground, you're really gonna get that cinematic FPV experience. You know, one thing that people don't realize with any camera, or even in video games sometimes, the wider field of view makes it look like you're moving faster. So enable the widest field of view on the Avata for the fastest looking footage you can get straight out of the camera. And you know, the next one is something that I haven't done yet, and I cannot wait to practice it. But I want to do it on a day that it's not windy. It's pretty windy right now. That could be another thing that threw my drone in the ground. I think it was me. But enabling head tracking will allow you to do orbits and more FPV looking stuff like you're using a remote, even though you're using a motion controller. And I'm really excited to test that out. That's going to be a future video. If you like my content, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will definitely do a full video dedicated to learning and practicing head tracking. And finally, use the 180-degree shutter rule with the drone. It allows for the most motion blur, the most cinematic, natural-looking motion blur for your footage. If you're not sure how to achieve or even what the 180-degree rule is, go ahead and click this video here. I explain it more with ND filters. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.